Black leaders are keeping the conversation going about racism in America by shedding light on those left in the shadows. La-crosse community members are bringing attention to the hidden history in our own backyard. News 8 Now's Mel Meyer investigates how learning about the past can impact the present.
We're walking in their footsteps.
He won a bronze medal in the 400-meter hurdles, making him the first African-American Olympic medalist in the world.
Sharing the same home.
We lived at 729 Mill Street, which is now an empty lot on Copeland Avenue.
And setting up shop in the same spot.
I managed an elaborate barbershop that was inside the Augusta Hotel.
Their legacies left here for us to learn.
People have to know this, and what better way to do it than doing it on Juneteenth.
Black leaders acquiring collective knowledge organized a series of events for the day, which celebrates when, in 1865, the last of the enslaved people were freed in Texas.
A lot of folks don't know the history of black folks in La Crosse and the contributions that have been made over years.
That's where the Enduring Families Project comes in.
We pooled our resources and looked for ways to get the story out.
The theater group through the la-crosse-county-historical-society started with just a few stories of notable black citizens, but has grown into much more.
This is a multicultural community today, and it was a multicultural community back then.
It's an experience, the group's producer says, can encourage inclusion and belonging.
Conversations, new knowledge helps to eliminate bias.
So when you do stuff like that, beautiful things happen.
Over the weekend, actors portraying some of these local movers and shakers stood where they once did. People listened to their life stories, like tales from the first black man to run for president, George Edwin Taylor.
I was one of the nation's most influential black Democrats.
And heard about his foster parents, Nathan and Sarah Smith, through audio files on the Enduring Families Project website.
Sarah and I had at least 30 children over the years. To tell you the truth, I lost count.
In the mid to late 1800s, the Moss family was well known for their work.
My father, Zachariah Lewis Moss, had his shop on Pearl Street between 2nd and 3rd. I first learned about barbering there.
Even his sister, Lydia Redfora Moss, owned her own barbershop.
It filled me with great joy knowing that I've paved the way for other women.
It's a story that's personal.
I knew nothing about the Mosses in this area.
Denise Christie Moss married into the family. Her husband is one of the descendants.
You think of African Americans moving to the urban districts. I didn't know people moved to these smaller districts.
I didn't know. They hear that one a lot, even from the actors.
It's very enlightening to learn about the African Americans that were here in the late 1800s and that were very prominent in the community.
It's one of the reasons why their work is so important. To families like Lance Wolf's, it's more than just seeing the moments captured in time. It's a bigger picture.
Helping them to be proud of who they are, to understand that heritage and not be ashamed of it, to be confident of who they are as they grow older and become adults.
By recognizing those who came before them, they're fostering the next generation of leaders.
When young people know the greatness that they come from, they're able to then reach for goals and dreams of their own.
It's a lesson learned in time. For News 8 Now Investigates in La Crosse, I'm Mel Meyer.
Very interesting. The Enduring Families Project is working to get these stories and others taught in the La-Crosse School District. And the district says they're participating in the rewriting of the social studies curriculum. If you missed the tour, you can still hear the recordings and find the locations on the La-Crosse County Historical Society's website. Then click Enduring Families. This report is part of a series of investigations into racial issues in our area. You can find more on our website, news8000.com.